So this week I'm staying in southern Snowdonia, which is a place I've not been to before, so I'm super excited about it. There's loads to explore. We're staying in a small town called Dolgethley, and there's heaps of mountain ranges all around the town. There's a lovely beach as well, which is just like 10 minutes away. There's some gorgeous woodland walks as well. So I plan to do a couple of hours of photography every day this week, say for 5 days. So really looking forward to it. I've got out early this morning, left about 6:30. I was hoping for some mist, but it's quite clear and the skies are quite dull. So I've come down to this lovely river here, and I'm going to take a little stroll through the woodland and see if I can find something nice to shoot. I think the reason I love landscape photography so much is for mornings like this when, you know, otherwise I'd have just stayed in bed. So it kind of gives me a purpose really, and allows me to explore new places. So I've got no expectations. And I think at times the photography part really is just an aside. I think it's really about getting down and seeing what you can find. So I've been walking for quite a while now and I haven't really found a shot yet, but this woodland here is absolutely gorgeous. There's some beautiful redwood trees and some lovely deciduous trees. The leaves are turning orange and it's absolutely beautiful, it really is, and it's a pleasure to be out here really. I haven't seen a single person yet, which is always lovely as well. Now, I don't have mist this morning and the light is quite flat, so I think it lends itself quite well to shooting woodland and in particular moving water. So a bit further down here we've got a nice footbridge that runs across the gorge, and I think that's my only opportunity to actually get down to the river because it's very, very thick woodland here and it's a very, very steep drop off as well down to the water. So I'm not sure how much further it is, but I'm going to keep walking, and if I see something that pops out in this gorgeous woodland, I'll capture that as well. But see, for woodland photography you really need something to stand out and pop out against the mess basically, and you know, it's not always easy to find. I think that's why people find it quite frustrating. So I never go out actually specifically to shoot woodland. I just go out and see if, you know, if something comes up, then I'll shoot it really. And for me that just takes the stress away from it all and just makes, you know, the whole experience a lot more enjoyable. I find I can enjoy the environment as opposed to worrying about where the next shot is going to come or if I'm going to be able to capture anything. So for me that works really well, and if something comes up then brilliant, it's a bonus. So that's my approach to it. I think it's quite a good approach to take. So let's crack on, see if we can get a bit further down here and find this footbridge. So I found the footbridge at last. I'll show you, it's pretty cool. So found a way down to the river here, but it does look particularly steep and it's quite, it looks quite slippy, so I'm just going to have to take my time a bit. So hopefully we'll find a couple of compositions down here that are going to work. I guess it's going to be fairly noisy when we get down there, so apologies if the audio isn't that great when we get down there, but hopefully you'll be able to hear me. It's got the lav mic on, so it should be okay. But yeah, so hopefully there's a couple of compositions that I'll be able to work here, one downstream and one looking back further upstream. So hopefully I'll get 2 shots, but you know, we'll see in a minute. Getting down there is the first challenge. Some amazing colours down here. The gorge is absolutely gorgeous, but I'm kind of finding it a little bit challenging just to find a composition at the moment. I think that potentially there's 2, one that's kind of a bit further downstream, maybe using the 5140 and getting quite close. So there's some water flowing down here and there's some foreground interest with this kind of small waterfall leading down into the stream. So whether I'll be able to incorporate that as a foreground interest to shoot a wider shot, I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to play around with different compositions. And looking back upstream, at the moment it looks a little bit more challenging. I can't actually see the water further up, it's just a lot of jaggedy rocks, but actually it looks pretty cool anyway, so I might just shoot it and see what happens. But yeah, first off I'm going to see if I can capture a couple of shots down this way. Yeah, like I said before, close in and maybe a wide, and I'll see which one works the best. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe I'd like to try both anyway. Again, the light's quite flat at the minute, so there's not a huge amount going on light-wise, but I don't think that really matters. These rocks are quite wet and they're kind of glistening a little bit, so it's reflecting a bit of light. And you know, with the fact that the sun's not kind of light in this area, it might help in a lot of ways as well. So I'm staying positive about this one. I'm really hoping it's going to work well, so we'll see in a minute anyway. So I've set this composition up here and I think it works quite nicely actually. I've got the foreground interest, which is a boulder just here with some leaves on it, and the water's kind of going either side of that rock and leading the eye through the scene down the gorge, where there's some absolutely beautiful colours down there, there really is. The light's so dull at the minute, I've only got a polarizer on and that's giving me a 3-second exposure, so it's a good tip for you, you know, if you don't have filters and you want to shoot some movement in water, just get up early or arrive late, you know, before sunrise or after sunrise, or even on a really dull day, you can still get some very long exposures. I'm only at f9 at the minute, and that's getting everything sharp in the shot as well. So 3-second at f9 is perfect for this shot, I think. As you can see in the background there, we've got these trees hanging over. I don't want to get any of the sky in this shot. I just want to try to get the dark and moody gorge in the water that's flowing through it. And the water's a lovely deep brown colour too, it really is nice. So the first shot, yeah, this is a nice wide vertical shot, and then the second shot I'm going to do is a bit further down the gorge with a 5140 on, and I just want to get in the movement in the water and the trees that are overhanging and focus in on the colour. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to capturing this shot. Hope you guys enjoy it. So, hope you enjoyed the wide shot, guys. Now, this shot is a little bit different. It's close in using the 5140. I'm at 60mm, so yeah, it's compressing the foreground a little bit and bringing those trees closer in, which I'm really stoked about actually. It looks really good on the back of the camera. So what I'm going to have to do though is focus stack this image, just because of the compression, the shallower depth of field. I need to maybe take a shot of these rocks in the foreground and also the trees in the background too, just to make sure everything's sharp front to back. So yeah, really looking forward to capturing this shot. It's my favourite. Love to know what you guys think, so drop me a comment, let me know which is your favourite image between the wide and the close in. Really appreciate your feedback. Alright guys, let's get this shot done. So flipping around the other way now, this is great because I've managed to get 3 different shots from the same location. Now I don't know if it's just me, but you know, maybe I'm lazy, but I just think it's brilliant when you can get like 3 different compositions from one place. It's absolutely brilliant, so completely stoked about this. Looking back upstream, we've got all these jaggedy rocks which are like leading the eye towards this overhanging tree with some really golden foliage. The bark's very dark as well, so it's kind of standing out against the background, which I'm, yeah, stoked about. All in all, it's dead simple. Again, circular polarizer, aperture f7.1, I've got a 2-second exposure. So yeah, that's all dialed in nice. And I've got it again focus stack because I'm fully at 140mm on this shot. So yeah, the compression is quite large, so depth of field quite small. So 7.1, again, 2 different exposures. Focus on the foreground and focus on the tree. Just a simple blend in Photoshop again to create the image, so nothing too drastic, but it's the only way really of capturing everything sharp, you know. So all in all, stoked with this one as well, guys. Yeah, happy days, happy days. So I'm going to pack up in a minute, head off and go and grab some breakfast. And later on today, we're going to be taking in some walks in the mountains. So we're going to do a bit of scouting, and if I find something nice today, then tomorrow morning I'm going to go out and capture that. So yeah, stoked about today, really, really chuffed about these woodland shots. Like I said before, I don't necessarily go out to shoot woodland, but generally where there's water and rivers, there's trees, so it's a kind of mixture between the two. But I'm really enjoying this kind of niche at the minute. But anyhow guys, hope you've enjoyed today. Stay cool and I'll see you soon.